Hello, everybody. Good morning. I am here with my dear friend, Time Lord Tuesday. Hi, Tuesday. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. So, this is my dear friend Tuesday. They've been all over the globe. They've been trotting, they've been adventuring, even, if you will. And I'm just here to ask them a couple of questions. So, Time. First of all,
Yeah.
what coffee brand do you like the most?
I'm not actually a huge fan of coffee.
Really? Do you
Um,
prefer teas?
yeah. No, I don't like tea either.
Really, really. So, do you have a hot beverage that you would consume if you were given the choice?
Not especially. I like cold drinks more.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Well,
Yeah.
you're wrong, and we're gonna move
Okay.
on. So,
Okay.
next, do you have any favorite or interesting historical events that you'd like to
Oh,
talk to us about?
dude, I've got tons. Are you kidding me?
Really, really.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. On March 23rd, 1994,
Mm.
the medical examiner viewed the body of Ronald Opus and concluded that he died from a gunshot wound to the head.
Okay, okay, wonderful.
Simple start. So, Mr. Opus had jumped from the top of a 10-story building intending to commit suicide. He left a note to that effect indicating his despondency. But as he fell past the ninth floor, a shotgun blast actually passed through the window and killed him instantly.
Really? So, what happened? Would have he survived if there was no gunshots?
Well, neither the shooter nor the descendant was actually aware. Uh, they didn't know that there was a safety net just below the eighth floor to protect,
Really?
like, building workers.
Mm-mm.
And because of that, he wouldn't actually have been able to complete his suicide the way that he had planned.
Really, really. So, what about this ninth floor gunshot? Did they intend to come kill him?
Okay, so ordinarily, okay, look, the room on the ninth floor, it was occupied by an elderly man and his wife. That's where the shotgun blast came from.
Mm-hmm.
They were like arguing a lot. They were arguing, and he was threatening her with a shotgun. Not cool, not cool. And he was so upset actually that he pulled the trigger and completely missed his wife, and the
Really?
pellets went through the window, striking Mr. Opus.
So, would he be liable for the murder of Ronald Opus then?
Okay, well, when one intends to kill like subject A but kills subject B in the attempt, then one would be guilty of the murder of subject B.
Fascinating, fascinating. So, was this man ever questioned? Was anything ever resolved here?
They did actually they confronted him with the murder charge, but the old man and his wife, they were both adamant. They both said they thought the shotgun was unloaded. And dude, okay, get this. Okay, the
Really?
old
Go
man
on.
said that it was a long-standing habit to actually threaten his wife with the unloaded shotgun. Can you believe that?
Really? Fascinating,
Yeah,
fascinating.
he actually like he didn't have any intention of murdering her, and therefore the killing of Mr. Opus appeared to be an accident. That is, the
Really?
gun had been accidentally loaded.
But who would have loaded this?
Okay, well, the continuing investigation actually turned up a witness
Really?
who saw the old couple's son loading the shotgun about 6 weeks prior to the fatal accident.
Hmm.
It transpired that the old lady had cut off her son's financial support, and the
Hmm.
son, knowing the propensity of his father to use the shotgun threateningly, he loaded the shotgun with the expectation that his father would shoot his mother.
So, was the son ever questioned? Was he brought to justice?
Well, uh, okay, well, first off, the case, it became one of murder on the part of the son for the death of Ronald Opus.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, here comes the big twist.
Really?
Further investigation revealed that the son was in fact Ronald Opus.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
he he had become increasingly despondent over the failure of his attempt to engineer his mother's murder, and this led him to jump off the 10-story building on March 23rd, only to be killed by the shotgun blast passing through the 9-story window.
So, would that just count as a suicide?
Yeah, they did it as a suicide.
Fascinating, fascinating.
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm. Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm. So, we still have a wonderful amount of time. So, tell
Oh
me,
yeah,
you do enjoy writing stories, I have been told, and I have been a part
I
of those
do.
stories. So, story genres. What would you prefer? Like sci-fi, fantasy? Not so much for reading, but for writing. The environment, how you are comfortable or not comfortable with certain genres in writing.
I really like writing fantasy stuff. I like uh a lot of different kinds of fantasy, but also when there's like when like it's a normal world and then just something really weird happens and you're like, "Oh, okay, that's
So,
I think
like your
that's what I should write
story,
about."
an exquisite twist.
Yeah, sure. We'll call it an exquisite twist.
What about ones you're not comfortable with?
Um okay. I'm really bad at writing fights. I'm really bad at writing fight scenes. Even though that like comes a lot in fantasy, I'm bad at that.
Sure, the action.
I Yeah, I'm not great at action. Even though it would be like I can picture it, I can visualize it in my head, but then I can't like actually get it out onto paper.
Sure, the
So like that's
descriptiveness is
difficult.
lost in translation, and I definitely understand that as a
Yeah.
writer of myself. It's hard
Hmm.
to articulate what's happening in your head, this big grand fight scene, within a couple of lines on a paper, right?
Yeah. I'm like like I don't want it to be like dry like oh, she stabs him, but I also feel weird writing like she thrusts forward and plunged the knife into his chest.
Yeah, sure,
Like that
but
just
I don't. I feel like you don't need to use that wording. Like, if I wanted
no,
to
yeah, it
say
just feels awkward
no,
though.
but I feel like if I wanted to personally, how I would do it if I wanted to say that they stab someone with vigor, they would say I would say something like, uh, her aim was true, and she drove the knife into the very heart of the beast, something like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
To describe not even just the stabbing, but like the emotion, the control over it, if you will.
Yeah. Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah. I once to I was once at an IHOP with my friends
mm,
and I let my friend read some of my writing. And this was like one of the first times I had met this person
sure,
and because they were like a friend of a different friend more of.
sure, sure, sure.
Um and so I'm letting them read my writing because they also like writing and stuff. And they read it for a bit. They look up with me, deadpan, and they look at me in the eyes and they go, "This reads like a Wattpad fan fiction."
Oh dear, I can't. I don't know if that's a compliment or
It
a.
was not.
Oh,
It
how
was not.
disappointing.
And I was like, "Oh, very interesting person that one is." They're not good at giving the most constructive criticism.
Sure, but I've read your writing, and it's actually quite wonderful, and I do enjoy writing
Mm.
stories with you as we do.
Well, thank you. Thank you
Um,
very much.
hmm. So, time.
Yeah.
Tell me,
Yeah,
what's
what's
your
up?
favorite video game?
Um, Omori.
Amori.
It's a psychological horror one,
Oh,
which I don't like. I generally don't like horror that much. Well, I say that. Yeah, I've been going more towards. I'm bad at like. I get anxious really easily,
sure.
but I really like that one.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Hmm. I don't like scary games.
fair enough.
Anyways, and of course, the famous question that I keep on asking people for some reason on this place is, do you think that a hot dog is a sandwich?
Yeah, I do.
Wonderful. See, no brain, you're wrong again. You think that sandwiches and hot dogs are two separate things, and they're not.
When has when has No Brain been right?
Whoa, that's very true. That's very true. That's very true. No brain has been known to be a little bit of a liar. He told me
Yeah,
my father would come back. Nothing.
yeah. It's crazy how that happened.
Anyways, so.
I have that one picture.
Mm.
That one picture of not Goose's family dynamic.
Oh, Jesus. So, what else? Oh,
What else?
would you say that you might be a quirked up white boy
With a little bit of swag.
busting it down sexual style? But
Okay,
the real question is,
but
are you
big question.
goaded with the sauce?
That's I was gonna ask that actually.
Mm.
Thank you for answering my question. Um, I may be a quirked up white boy with a little bit of swag, but I'm afraid I'm not busting it down sexual style.
So you can no longer be goaded with the sauce then.
I suppose.
How disappointing.
I know. I'm sorry.
Time, do you remember that video I have of you doing that little jig?
I do remember that
It is a
video.
wonderful little jig. Where
It
you put your
is
arms
indeed.
up to
Yep.
one side and then you bring them down and you put them all to the other side. That is the whole dance, people, and it's
Yep.
absolutely spectacular.
Best dance I know how to do. Um, I actually won on RuPaul's Drag Race for doing that move.
Whoa, that's crazy. You know what I
Is it
won?
copyright? Can I say RuPaul's Drag Race? Is that copyright?
I know, I feel like mentioning a brand is not copyright, right? YouTube, please don't hurt me.
I'm gonna start saying brand names.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Brand names. Oh, I'm hearing from our lead researcher in the field. Yes, I'm stealing this from Distractable. Lead researcher in the field, Jamie.
Jamie.
As long as it's not defamation, apparently. So, as long as I don't say shit about Walmart, I'm good to say it. Walmart,
Oh,
you're a great
do
brand.
you want to hear?
Please
Do
don't
you want to
hurt
hear?
my family.
You want to hear a fun fact?
Sure, what's their fun fact?
On the Great British Bake Off, then this was like a while ago when the co-hosts were Mel and Sue. When contestants cried, then they would like stand near them and then just use unairable language
Mhm.
and like name brands so that footage wouldn't be put in the thing.
Okay. Interesting.
It's like embarrassing. So imagine like you're crying over your croissants or your I don't know, baked Alaska. That's a thing actually. It's cake with ice cream on it.
So I've heard.
It's like very fancy. But you're just crying over your baked Alaska and then they're just standing there going Adidas, Nike, Cheetos, Doritos, fuck, shit, cunt, fuck.
um. Anyways, so
Anyway.
you want to know my fun fact?
No, yeah, I would love to.
Um, on March 23rd,
Hmm.
1994.
What happened?
You see, the funny thing is, you already know this story, don't you?
Do I?
Detective. That's right. I
Oh my
knew
god.
all along that
Oh my
you were
god.
trying to figure out who killed Ronald Opus. But it was
Right, I
I,
was.
Ronald Opus.
What? That's crazy. Dude, you wanna know what else happened?
What?
On January 15th, 1919,
Mm-hmm.
the Great Molasses Flood of Boston.
Whoa. And I guess that is how I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, folks.
Ta-da.
So, as we drown in our own baked Alaskas or whatever Time said earlier,
It was Baked Alaska, you got it.
we're going to drown now. See you later.
Bye.